welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Today, thanks very much. Today, of course, was the official state funeral for President George H.W. Bush. So it was a quiet day in America. There was no mail delivery. Federal offices were shuttered. Wall Street was closed. Although that was because after yesterday's 800-point plunge, they were all buying clean underwear. It was a full state funeral. It was quite a moving sight to see the presidents and the first ladies in the front row waiting to honor President Bush, chatting comfortably with one another until Trump showed up. Then it became silent staring time. Donald Trump is the only person in the world who can bring down a funeral. Then came the point in the ceremony where the priest and the congregation read the Apostles' Creed. See if you can spot the odd person out in this clip.
He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day, he rose again. He ascended into heaven.
I'm sorry, I zoned out there for a minute. I was thinking about all the evangelicals who voted for me. Okay, what do we do in the Macarena? I'm in.
Of course, earlier this year, President Trump was famously not invited to former First Lady Barbara Bush's funeral, but he was welcome today after the Bush family promised Trump that the funeral would avoid criticizing him. They even assured him that the choir would drown out the sound of other ex-presidents rolling in their graves. The ceremony was a touching tribute to a kind man who had dedicated his entire life to public service.
When George Bush was president of the United States of America, every single head of government in the world knew that they were dealing with a gentleman, a genuine leader, one who was distinguished, resolute, and brave.
If you were down, he would rush to lift you up. And if you were soaring, he would rush to savor your success. His life code, as he said, was tell the truth. Don't blame people.
Those stirring words. But CNN put those words in a new context.
Some of the comments, hearing Meacham say, tell the truth, don't blame people, do your best, forgive, stay the course.
It sounds anti-Trump, but it isn't necessarily.
Nah, kinda is. As soon as you start praising someone's honesty, you're automatically throwing shade at Donald Trump. I mean, Obama made Trump seem like a bad president just by sitting next to him. And last night, President Trump met with the Bush family at Blair House. Here he is, arriving by presidential motorcade. Here's the thing. Blair House is literally across the street from the White House, and Trump used the motorcade to travel 250 yards. That's like mailing a letter to your wife because she's upstairs and you can't find the remote. And remember, the president doesn't just hop in a car. Trump used a stretch limo and an 8-vehicle motorcade. Now, we did the math, and 8 SUVs plus a stretch limo lined up end to end is about 50 yards. That means before they even started the engines, it was already 1/5 of the way there.